So what we're going to be doing today is some arithmetic. We're going to be doing some long multiplication. So what is long multiplication? It's basically a written method for multiplying numbers which are big. Okay, so we're going to start easy by just having a 2 by 2 example here. Okay, so that is basically a number with a tens digit multiplied by another number which has a tens digit in it. So we're going to have 24 multiplied by 16. Okay, now first stage is to multiply your top number, which in this case is 24, and we multiply the 24 by the digit of the bottom number, which is in the units column. So that in this case is 6. Okay, so I'm going to do this number just now. I'm going to do a sum just now. So 6 fours are 24. We're going to carry that 2 on. You can see the 2 is really small. It's deliberate. It's just to show you what you're carrying on. And then I've got 6 2's, which are 12. 12 plus the 2 that you need to carry on is 14. Okay, now this is where it gets slightly tricky. How do we multiply by the 1 of the 16? Well, basically what we're going to do is we're going to do 24 times 10. Okay, because if we're breaking 16 down, then we have 6 units and we have 1 tens. But that is just representative of 6 times 1, and this is the same as saying 1 times 10. Okay, but to make it easier for you and so you're less likely to make a mistake, what I tend to do is I tend to put a cross in the units column so that I know when I do this long multiplication, each of the digits are going to be in the correct place. So what we effectively do is we multiply 24 by 1. So I have 1 fours is 4 and I put it in this column here. Then I do 1 times 2 and I'm going to put it in the column beside it. Now we're just about finished. The only thing we need to do at this stage is to add our 2 columns together, add our 2 rows here together, sorry. So you take the cross as 0, okay, because we know that we've kind of crossed it out here, so we know that that's equal to 0. So it's 4 plus 0, which is 4. I only ever use the big numbers, never the numbers that we're carrying over, it's only the big numbers we use. Then we have 4 plus 4, which is 8. And then I have 2 plus 1, which is 3. So you'll find that 24 times by 16 is 384. Okay, now this method we can use again. So I'm going to do 48 and we're going to multiply this by 56. So we're looking at big numbers here, but the process is still exactly the same. So it's nice and easy for us to work with. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take that 48 and we're going to multiply it by the digit in the units column of the bottom number. So that is going to be the 6 in this case. Okay, we're going to multiply it by 6. So 48 times 6 is going to be 6 8s is 48 and 6 4s is 24. Remember, we need to add on what we're carrying on, so that is 28. We're going to be doing the next stage, which is to take that 48 and multiply it by the number in the tens column. So that is 48, and we're going to multiply it by not just 5, but actually it's by 50. Okay, but remember, what we're going to do is we're going to cross out that 0, and we're going to put a cross in the units column to help us with that. So I got 5 times 8, which is 40, and I've got 5 times 4, which is 20, but remember, I need to carry this on, so it's 24. Now we're in the position where we can add them all together. Okay, so I've got 8 plus 0 is 8. I've got 8 plus 0, which is 8. I've got 2 plus 4, which is 6. And I have 2 left in its own, which is 2. So 48 times 56 is 2,688. Okay, so we're looking at the next stage where you have a 3 by 2 or a 2 by 3. Okay, so if you have a 3 by 2 or 2 by 3. Now what do I mean by that? I mean a hundreds number is multiplied by a tens number, or a tens number multiplied by a hundreds number. So I'll give you 2 examples here. We're going to go with 243 times by 62. Okay, now to be honest with you, the process is exactly the same. So I'm going to multiply the top number, that 243, by the digit in the units column, and in this case that is the 2, so we're going to be multiplying by 2. We've got 3 2s are 6, we have 2 4s are 8, and we have 2 2s are 4. Okay, we are now going to do the next sum, which is 243, and we're going to multiply it by the tens digit. Okay, so it's multiplying by 60, but remember what we're going to do, we're going to stick a cross in that units column. So let's have a go at this. We have 6 3s are 18, carry the 1 on. We get 6 4s are 24, plus 1 is 25, and we have 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. And what we're ready to do now is we're ready to add them up. So we're going to do that just now. We get 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 8 is 16. Remember, we're not using these small carry-on digits. We don't need them. 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus your 1, which you do need to carry over here, is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. And we have 15,066. And that's your final answer for this. The next one I'm going to do is going to look a little bit weird. It's going to be 75 times 362. Now, the first thing I would do here is I would put the biggest number on top. Now, the reason why I can do that relatively easily is because we know that 2 times 3 is equal to 6, but 3 times 2 is also equal to 6. So therefore, 75 times 362 is the same as saying 362 times by 75. So that's the sum we're going to do just now. I'm going to make it 362 multiplied by 75. And we are going to do 362 multiplied by our units number, which in this case is 5. 5 2s are 10, 5 6s are 30 plus 1 is 31, 5 3s are 15, 15 plus 3 is 18, so that's 1810. Now what we're going to do is the 362 and we're going to multiply it by 70. But again, we're not putting that 0 in, we're going to put a cross in its place in the units column. And now we can go with 7 2s, which are 14. I can do 7 6s, which are 42, plus that 1 is 43. And I have 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 4 is 25. And now we're at the stage where we can add them all together. So I've got 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 4 is 5, 8 plus 3 is 11, 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 1 is 7, and we have 21,150. So the last part we're going to do is a 3 by 3 multiplication. So that's hundreds numbers multiplied by other hundreds numbers, and this is as far as I'm going to go today. There's only one extra step we have to do really, so I'm going to do 153 multiplied by 268. Okay, now we're going to start with the exact same process as before. We're going to multiply the top number by the number in the units column, so that's going to be 153, and we're going to multiply that by the 8 because the 8 is in the units column of the bottom number. So we'll just do that just now. With 8 3s is 24. With 5 8s is 40, plus 2 is 42, and then 8 plus 4 is 12. Underneath, we're going to do the same as what we did before. 153 times by the tens number, so this is times by 60 this time. But as ever, we're going to put a cross under the 0 and we're going to put a cross in the units column. And then we're going to multiply through by 6. So 6 3s are 18. 6 5s are 30 plus 1 is 31. And then 6 1s are 6 plus 3 is 9. Now here's the extra step you have to do. You have to do 153, except this time we've multiplied by the units number, we've multiplied by the tens number. This time we're going to multiply by the hundreds number, which is basically the same. We're going to multiply this by 200. Now, we put a cross under for the units. We repeat that. But we're also going to have to do that for the second 0 that you can see. So we're going to actually have 2 crosses here, and then we're going to be able to multiply the top number by just 2. So we have 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, and 2 1s are 2, plus that 1 is 3. And as ever, we add it up to finish. We have 4, 8 plus 2 is 10, 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 1 is 11, and we have 41,004. And I hope that's been useful for you today. If you found this useful, please sign up to my YouTube channel, LP Maths, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.